G'day and welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me. So it's been a little while since I put out a video, and I've had a really nice response from the last couple of videos I put out about the HD0 goggles and just how much I enjoyed flying on them. Little channel update first. I'm not going to be getting into regular scheduling just yet. Still recovering, still finding it a bit difficult to get back into the normal routine of life. But some things have happened in the world, and the world doesn't wait for me. I've got to make sure I get up and enjoy them. So you might have seen these. Sorry, they're black, but it's the Toroidal props. I'll put a picture up. Now these are, is it Striking FPV? Now they're all a mess on the chair. These are the Striking FPV's design. I'll chuck that up there. I printed them off. I couldn't wait. I grabbed them off the internet, printed them off because he was kind enough to make them available. You can get his look at his videos down the link below, and Thingiverse links down below are for his props. However, just a quick few points about these. For a start, I've printed these in PETG. And that has given quite a nice flexible thin blade, so that's probably the way to go. They do need a little bit of sorting out after they come off. The ones on there, I've taken some fine detail to, with a knife taking off any bits, and a lighter to smooth over the surfaces a little bit, to get down a little bit of very, very bits of plastic. You will need to drill out the prop hole for the hole in the nut. Will need to be drilled out. It's probably because of your printer. It's probably fine in the design. It's probably just because of printer swell, that kind of thing. But I found I had to put a 5mm through it. Apart from that, they printed off pretty well. I was surprised how well they printed off, considering how thin they are. Actually, yeah. I'm using Artillery X1. It's the version 4 with no software update. As my bed, I'm using one of those PIE sheets. It's like the material, the circular material. I'll put a link in Maker's Muse video below about that. Actually had really good success with that, and I'll go into that in a separate video, probably a channel update at some point, or if someone wants to ask me a question, I'll go into it there in the comments. But yeah, look, that's that. I've got the Bi-blades on the dark mud here, and I have hovered it in ground effect, so a couple of inches off the ground in my house last night. Couldn't wait. It hovered, it sounded different. So going back to the printing quickly before I get into the plan for the video, it does appear like the props are slightly too big. So it could be just the frame I'm using has, slightly shorter arms, but I had to use the 4-inch on these for the 5-inch drone. These may fit, these may rub. It's going to be really tight, and if there's any sort of expansion, they're probably going to hit the body. But what can you do? I've got the 4s printing off now, so we can try them later. And basically, yeah, we're going to see if these fly, see if I can do some, maneuvering. But most importantly, I think we want to look at like the noise levels. So I'm going to get this microphone, put it nearby and do a hover test. And if the props survive long enough, I'll try to catch them at a higher RPM, something like that. So yeah, let's see how they go. Pretty resilient. They bounce pretty well, and to be fair, if I can get one to fly all right, Anyway, I didn't think I had any, but I do. So we're gonna go Bi-blades to Bi-blades, all right? Yes, excellent. All right, so Bi-blades 4 inches on 5-inch quad. Shoot, come here, come here. Come here, I'm always blowing up and blowing,
quiet one, so... Some vibrations. Oh my god, there's some vibrations. Oh my god, there's some vibrations there. I think it was about to shake the quad apart. Well, not necessarily actually. I think what it is the Dean's connector is pins have been pressed together over years, and I got to push them apart to get a good connection again, and it was rattling the plug. I don't know, the battery lost power so quickly and it had bugger all flat time. So how do we break that down? We'll stop this one. How do we break that down? I think that's mainly due to the print. I should mention that before I started printing these, I was doing TPU and I was having a lot of trouble with adhesion without a brim. So these were all printed with brim apart from one of them. I had to trim that off. So that will add an inherent unbalanced, you know. But yeah, you could definitely see that for flight there needs to be more perfecting doing. However, I imagine it gives some idea of the noise, although because of those rougher edges and all that, there will be some extra teariness to the sound, I think. You know what I'm trying to get at? Anyway, that's that. Let's chuck on the factory bi-blades, the Gemfan ones, and see how we go.
Pardon me, Mike from the future here. So just before I took the battery out, I noticed that the plug had basically shaken itself loose. And this is the antenna, so maybe I've lost a VTX, sorry. But yeah, I think that you have to be careful, make sure your quad is in very, very good condition and your plugs are secure if you're going to try these out.
So this. So we're just going to have to accept that. Oh my god, it almost shook the aerial out.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay, here we are with the bi-blades. Alright, so let's have a look at these again, side by side. First up, one then the other. Okay, so let's check it out side by side. First off, the hover. And giving it the beans. The bi-lobes are louder. They're not perfect props as it is, so I mean, draw as much as that from that as you can, based upon that fact. But yeah, man, they're a really cool idea. I think they have a really cool sound, and they probably have a potential to have a much more lower whoopy sound once developed properly. And MIT has, of course, come out with a patent on these. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. What can I say? I think it's a really cool idea. I'm keen to try out the Tri-lobes, and yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll come out with that as soon as I can. And apart from that, I've got a little PSA coming up as well, because I had a little bit of fun with Diatone customer service, which I will be telling you guys about. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Oh, one last thing. It may be worth like painting them, just like a coat to smooth out the surface. Just listening to some of the commentary, and in particular Joshua Bardwell, I was watching his news, and yeah, he mentioned that was an idea, and I think that's probably a really good idea, to add a nice smoothness to them, and really see what the potential they have. But yeah, I'm looking forward to SLA printers, smashing them out and seeing the results from that. Come on, SLA boys, get into it. Or, you know, anyway, what do you call the other one? Laser powder cinching thing, you know, metal one, yeah. Brain fart, like I said, I'm not fully recovered. Anyway, thank you for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
So yes, an interesting idea, but maybe better on a desk fan. For now, I'll reserve my final opinion, but I don't feel the Bi-lobe outdoes the Bi-blade. Why? Well, I guess it simply comes down to the amp draw. 35% throttle, 13.5 amps. 24% throttle, 6.4 amps. I think that says it all really at the end of the day. Anyway, enjoy this rip. Peace out.